morning, everybody, and happy spring. So today we're going to do a miniature bud vases. So I made a couple ahead of time to show them to you to see how cute they are. They're very, very simple to make, and they turn out great. They look kind of like they're rustic. So, before we get started, I will let you know the items that we need. Of course, you need your paper plate. You're going to need some gloves today so that you don't get all messy. A paintbrush, a glass of water to rinse your paint out of, a paper towel, scissors, some twine. Here's the secret. They're salt and pepper shakers. The glass salt and pepper shakers, and you get them from the Dollar Tree. So it's 2 for $1. Any kind of assorted little spring flowers that you have, just little picks. And then for your base color, you're going to use white. Again, all these colors came from the dollar store. And then you could use a green. The first batch that I did, I used greens and purples. That's what you see in these. But then for the second round, I think for the ones that we're going to do today, I think I'm going to do them in a little bit brighter colors. So we're going to do a pink and a yellow. Alright, so all I did was remove the lids off of the glass salt and pepper shakers. Put those to the side. And then what we're going to do is start with our base color, which is white. Just pour a little bit of that on your plate. Here's where I use my gloves. These are a little big, but I'm going to use them anyway. And all you're going to do is put your first coat on with the white. See, we're just putting it on just a single coat. Both of the salt and pepper shakers are covered now with the white paint. So all you want to do at this point is put your paintbrush in the water, stir it around a little bit, and then take it back out. I'm going to remove this glove because I got it all icky, and I'll save the other glove for the other paint colors. So just stir it around, and all you need to do is just kind of like put pressure on it. And now we're ready for our next coat. So I gave our little bud vases about 5 or 6 minutes to dry, and that first coat is completely dry. It kind of looks a little milky, and that's exactly how we want it. So that's good if yours is milky. And I think I'm going to start with my pink. So you're just going to put a little glob of pink on your plate there. I'm going to do the exact same thing that we did with our base coat. We're just going to coat the entire thing in our first color. Now the thing with this is, when you put this paint on, don't worry if you don't cover it the whole way. That actually helps give it that rustic look. If you can see some of the white showing through, it really looks kind of neat. So don't load your paintbrush up too heavy. I love spring, and I love to do spring craft projects, and I'm going to use these. I like to have tea parties. And I think these will be perfect on our little glass tables that we use when we sit outside. We can put one of these little bud vases on each one of the tables, depending on how many people I have. It's usually me and my mom and my sister, and we'll have a friend or two over. Oh, this is turning out so nice. Hardest part is the top again. See, can you see how there's some white showing through? That's how you want it to look. This is the easiest way to give it that little rustic look. And like I said, the easiest way to do it is just keep your brush, your paintbrush, not heavily loaded. Just dip it in and put some on. If it's too heavy, just go over it with just your paintbrush. I must have had a spot that was not quite dry. So I'm just going to put a little bit more around there. Not a big deal. And then all you're going to do is paint your top again. And your first one's done. So again, while this one's drying, we're going to clean out our brush and we're going to do our second one. And whatever you picked for your second color, go ahead and put that on your plate. I chose yellow. I'm going to go a little brighter. So I'm going to put some of the yellow on my plate. And we'll do our second. Now that both of our little vases are painted, we can get rid of our gloves. Clean out our brush. Because we'll be done with those now. There we go. And then we can just set our brushes to the side. One other thing I did want to show you, if you're using white flowers like I did, you can give them a little pop of color. And I'm just going to take I'll use the green that I made ahead of time. All of my flowers are white. So I think what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of color to each one. And the way that you do that is just put a dab on. All you need is a tiny little dab. And take your paintbrush and just kind of do some of the tips. Doesn't have to be perfect. See how it's adding just a little bit of color to the flower? I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm just adding a little color to the flower. I'll do a couple more. I'll pause, do a couple more, and come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I went ahead and did put a little bit of color in the flowers. This is what they look like before. And this is what they look like now. It's just adds a tiny little touch of color. So if you like that, some of the flowers I just did the tips of the flowers, and others I actually did the little inside part. So that's what that one looks like. Now we should be ready to do our twine and start and put our flowers together in the ones that we're working on today. Our bud vases should be dry now, and it's time to do the twine. All we're going to do is take the twine, and where the twist marks are for where you would put your topper on your salt and pepper shaker, we're going to go right below that. And just wrap it around a few times. So it looks like this. And then what you want to do is just make a little knot there, and you're going to put your flower right where you made that, where you made your first knot, and then we're going to knot the flower into the twine. Make another one. I'm having technical difficulties here. There. And then knot it again so that it stays nice and secure. So this is what it looks like, and then all you want to do is you can leave some hanging if you want, or you can trim it down really close to the flower itself. That's what I've been doing with mine. Again, it'll look like this. If you want to trim your bud down a little bit, the stem of that, you can trim that down as well. And then all we're going to do now, your little stem that you chose to use, just put it in there. Mine's a little long, so I'm going to bend it up a bit. And there's our first bud vase. Isn't that cute? Then we're going to do the second vase, and we're going to do the same thing. And here we have our finished bud vases from today. And then these are the ones from the other day. I hope you enjoyed the craft that we did today and the time that we got to spend together. And have a great day, everyone.